I spoke with Claire, who is a manifestation coach, and she got now to 52 members in her Skool membership program. And in this session call with me, she explained her full path of what she went through to get to 50 members and what's her vision now to go from 50 to 70 to 100 and then some. She opened up so much, and I hope you enjoy this recording session so you can then build your own membership coaching program and have monthly recurring income from it. Watch this video, and if you have any questions for me or Claire, ask them down below in the comment section so we can all connect. Enjoy. You got to 52 members now, right? And you said it was a busy experience for you right now in the past few weeks.
Yes,
and
it was.
I would love to hear more from you, how this all worked for you, how you got there. I have this question first for you. How do you like this idea of, charging people monthly subscriptions, basically have a membership offer? I mean, tell me more about that, first of all.
I love it. I think it's such an effective way to be able to support multiple people at the same time. But more importantly, I've noticed that I've done a lot of one-on-one coaching work, a lot of high-level one-on-one coaching work, and I had not experienced the same transformation that I experienced within this community, because when we're in community, we're in the energy, we're all there with the same intention, we're all sharing the experience together. So it's not just one-on-one, but you're buffered by all these people. So our mindset meetings are powerful portals of eureka moments and sharing and vulnerability, and it's just a really beautiful experience. And I personally absolutely love hosting a community. This is my first time ever doing this before. I've never even really had a Facebook group before. So this is my first time holding a space for people. And the more it grows, the more potent it becomes. And it's starting to sell itself because people are sharing their feedback. People are commenting in Skool. And then I take the screenshots and I share the screenshots. So yeah, to answer your question, having a community is an amazing way to democratize your work. For me to be able to communicate and share my work with, 52 people is a lot more effective. I feel like I'm having a much bigger impact than one-on-one. And also, and very importantly, I'll share more about my process of getting to 52, but it's when I say to somebody, you can have access to all of this knowledge and all of this wisdom and these tools and these techniques and these methods for $50 a month. People are like, really? And that for me is so amazing because high-level coaching is prohibitive. For $4,000 or $5,000 packages, it's not realistic for a lot of people right now. So that is it's really fun for me to be able to say that because I'm so used to saying big numbers, and it brings up a lot of trauma for people when you say big numbers and they can't access it right now, and it's a whole other conversation. And the people who come in and they're ready, it's not a lot of an accessible amount of money, but people are really using it. They're really using the resources. And it's incredible to see people taking it really seriously and enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying hosting it, if that answers your question.
Yeah, and they come in, right? And they stay.
Yeah, but for the most part, I would say 85-90% have stayed.
Yes, related to the, let's say, price point you mentioned, right? It's so much value for a good price.
Exactly.
I would say community energy, and you said one-on-one work doesn't get those juices flowing, and even for you, right? No. That one channel is just a lot of your time for that one channel.
It's limited, and because everybody else is in there doing it, it holds other people accountable. It's oh, you're doing the challenge? I want to do the challenge. Oh, you did that meditation? Oh, I want to do that meditation. It's just this bouncing back and forth of energy all day long. And it's amazing because now in the WhatsApp group, I have other members coaching other members. I may not be in there, but the space is so naturally, organically respectful. And somebody will say something and then somebody else will support that person if I'm not able to. And now I have somebody else who's welcoming everybody into the space on my behalf. I mean, I do as well, but it just shows that there's an element of love in this space that is so organic. And it's really a beautiful thing to watch, people come together. And here's the best part. I feel really compelled to share this with you. I have members on every continent. May I share this with you? Because this for me is the most fascinating thing.
Go ahead.
I have members in Egypt, a lot of members in Egypt, Tanzania, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Palestine, just signed my first member, Berlin, another area in Germany, I can't remember the name, Oslo, Norway, Brazil, the US, across the US, Australia,
wow.
All over the world. And it's a really cool thing to be able to communicate with these people. I wouldn't be signing a one-on-one client in Palestine right now. It wouldn't be an accessible thing for somebody there. And all all this diversity is bringing so much energy into the group, all these unique experiences and diversity and cultures. It's a really beautiful experience to be able to share this with people from all over the world.
Wow, so much connection in a community environment. Tell me more about how it feels when this money, let's say, comes in all the time. So it's recurring, comparing to, hey, I need to get that one next client. Just an idea from you.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling that it's recurring. You know, the challenge is retention. You know, you have to keep it's holding a community. Like when somebody now you can do like a lump sum. Like now in Skool you can do like a yearly membership, which I haven't done yet, but you can do that.
Yeah.
But the recurring monthly revenue is really nice because it just, you know, you're going to get a certain sum every week, and it inspires people or encourages people to just stay in the program because they're getting so much value. It's only $50. It's automatic. It's just a subscription. And the fact that there's no contracts, there's no agreements, it's just subscribe or cancel.
Right.
It's not a big deal. Like it's not a big thing, not a big commitment, not a big risk.
And here we are using the app Skool. You charge people through this app, right? So it charges them on its own every month. It sends us money weekly and so on, right?
That's right.
How do you like the app, the idea that you have it, that someone has it all in one space here, and it's just all handled there?
It's amazing because it makes everything so streamlined. Like the app itself is very user friendly. It's very simple for people to navigate.
So you have classroom there. This is the community section, right?
This is the challenge I just started, which is like really, really cool. And all of our weekly mindset meetings are here. And like look how stacked it is because we meet every week. I've been meeting every week for almost 8 months. All of these weekly meetings, tons and tons of high value content. I had to describe this meditation. I would say it's phenomenal. I love the combination of the weekly mantra. I'm loving this challenge. I love this meditation. It was very deep.
And by the way, you didn't tell us, right, what type of coaching you do, for example, manifestation. Can you remind us of that as well? So
yeah, I do mindset and energetics. So like law of attraction, manifestation, inner healing, self-transformation, essentially.
What did you share with this post? I'm the creator of my reality, right?
Yeah, so this was the first day of the challenge. Done. But early in the day and early in the night, I loved this. The combination of affirmations, the positive rampage, and twine is awesome. Filled with gratitude. Absolutely awesome meditation. Sister Claire, I love that we go going through the chakras again. So just you can see a lot of beautiful energy. People just sharing their experiences.
So many nice little shifts and positive, upbeat thoughts.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, that's a good thing, right? The idea of a membership offer, right? People can come in a little lower, let's say, prices, and so.
And what I love is I can be on a one-on-one call with somebody and I can just share my screen, grab all the links and boom, send them to this is what I've been doing, and send them the links and say, start here. The other thing is I do have high-level one-on-one clients and I just give them access to Skool for free as part of the coaching. And all of my programs are in there. I create folders for my one-on-one clients and then they can just go do their own course. Nobody else can see it, but it keeps all of my work in one place. And so it serves as like a database for all of my work, which is amazing. And then it makes it easier for my clients. I'm not sending individual links every week. They just go in, they have a folder, boom, boom, boom. They have access to everything they want and they pay me separately so that I just give them the link and they are able to access, for free. When my client's done with me for our program, whether they do an extended program with me or not, I say, well, maybe it's best you just join the membership. And then they join the membership and then they're continued to support. And then they still have access to the folder that they had with the one-on-one work. So you know what I mean? So it helps. It's a place for people to go when they've done doing high level work, that they can go be a part of the community and still have access to the folder that they had with me doing one-on-one. And in order to maintain that access, they have to subscribe. That's the catch.
Wow, that's very good. So you see, it's a good, nice mini foundation, right? And so even you, when you started with the membership idea and with the Skool, you prepared that first, right? And then you went on the journey of signing the first few members. So yeah. We've been together for some time, and actually I have it documented how you signed up your first 3, and then you got, I don't know exactly the metrics, but you always posted, I got to, I don't know, just 15, 20, but the last post was like 40, and now it's 52, and now we are talking, right? So how did you go from here, right? The first few, and then some, how did that go for you? And where did people come from as well?
So I moved from Toronto to Thailand in September. When I moved to Thailand, I had my own space. I was in a much better, my own apartment, my own space, and I just feel much more inspired in this part of the world, to be honest. But I really doubled down on my content creation, I really started speaking more authentically, and I started just really posting reels every single day I post a reel pretty much. Like, yeah, no, every single day I post a reel. And my content is like, I do a lot of talking videos. So I just share and I'm very real. I'm very direct. I'm very honest in my how I deliver my messaging. And everybody who follows me, I engage with them. Like every single person, I engage in a conversation with them because relationships, that's the business, right? People need to feel connected to you. They need to trust you. The work I do is deep, like it's self-transformation. It's very personal. It's very sensitive work. It's very vulnerable work. The other thing is I had a reel go viral in October, beginning of October. It's like 190,000 views right now. And it's yielded me about 2,500 new followers. I have communicated with every single human who has followed my account. So it's been a lot of work. Like it didn't just happen. I've been engaging, having conversations, booking calls, working very long days. But I had a plan. My strategy was to build a foundation of at least 50 members. And now the next stage of my plan is to really support these members. I want to retain them. I want them to stay, of course. And then I feel that it's reaching a tipping point where now people are starting to sign up on their own without me having to have any calls. So because it's becoming its own entity, there's a lot of it's my focus. It's what I sell. It's what I market. It's what I say. I'm not confusing people with you should do this program or I have this course. No, join my community. So consistent messaging on every reel, on every post. And so people say, what's this community you're running? I heard you're running a private community. I hear you say this all the time. So the clarity of what I'm offering is key, because if people feel like you're offering them 1,000 things, they're just going to get confused, overwhelmed, and they're going to go somewhere else. So my priority is build the community. And then I've gotten on calls with people who I've tried to sell the community to, and they're like, no, I want to do one-on-one coaching with you. And I'm like, great, even better. So that's the key, is put your energy out. That's my strategy, is put your energy out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Know what you're doing, know what you're talking about, and just share authentically, and you will connect with people. That's my method.
Yeah. The first things first, you said that you had a goal to build the foundation first. So you worked quite hard, for example, to get to 50 or so, right? Even myself, when I started, even right now, I'm still working quite hard to build this foundation. Okay, I'm around 25 plus, but I'm charging 97 or so average price, right? But I'm still fighting for this position. Hey, is the foundation good enough for then ongoing growth, which is going to happen more on its own, because it's all streamlined now, right?
Yeah.
But we got to climb this mini mountain first, and you put in a lot of effort. You said content creation, engaging with everyone, going on calls, long hours, right? And so on. But you see what happens then, right? It's there now, right? Yeah. And by the way, that income that comes in on its own, then it gives us that peace of mind probably as well, right? And I'm just saying, it's the foundation now, and we go from there, right? By the way, your Instagram, when you started, your Instagram was so small in regards to how many followers you had. I think like 150 or something, right?
Yeah,
I remember that. So then you went probably to how many now? I'm
at 3,600.
Right, all, let's say, organic, because you posted reels.
All organic.
And then you created content, you engaged with people, you talked to some, probably you closed some just via DMs, hey, go pay there, whatever. Some you went on calls probably, right?
Yeah, mostly calls for the beginning, mostly calls. Now I'm moving away from calls because it's energy intensive, and I feel really confident in what we have now. I have so many testimonials, so much feedback, so many people in the community space alone. And this is also key. I also have a WhatsApp group. I have a WhatsApp community, and I find this is also really supportive, because I love Skool, but one thing it doesn't have is a group messaging capacity. You can comment, which is great, but it doesn't have like a quick real-time way to communicate with people as a group. So I started a WhatsApp community, and that's been really amazing, because I can drop voice notes, I can drop in, inspirational stuff throughout the day. People drop their own stuff in there. And what I do is I have everyone who's ever joined Self-Made, the membership, in there. And then some people have declined, some people have churned, and they've stayed in the WhatsApp group. But what I do is I post things from Skool to encourage people in the community group to go back to Skool to check out the content. And then what it does is it inspires the people who maybe have churned to come back into the membership, because they're missing all the great content because they're not paying for the membership. Yes. But I don't kick anybody out of the community. I let anybody stay there, but I don't leave any valuable content in WhatsApp. I directed everybody back to Skool. So that's another strategy that I'm also using.
So
as it goes to, hundreds of people, I want people to be like, oh, I want to do that meditation. Oh, she has a new thing. I want to learn that. I want it to go back. So, we'll see how it works. But so far, having that real-time access to people is really, really, really encouraging for people. And it helps me continue maintain engagement.
Yeah. So it seems that group messaging is missing on Skool. Okay.
One of the things, so there's a few things that Skool could do. I'm sure they're amazing. I have nothing bad to say, but there's a few things that would make it better for sure.
Yeah. So here we covered these first few basic steps now, right? Now, there is now some advanced things that people could do growing their memberships, like me and you, for example, right? So, I mean, these basic steps were have an offer, have a, let's say, Skool app, so you can host your membership community, you charge, and then sign the first few and then some through content creation, talking to people, right? There are now some advanced methods through which we can grow further. And I want to just maybe ask you one or two questions to check on you where you could go and where this could go, because I have a cool idea to share. But the first question is about your email list, for example. Do you grow it a little further now, or you put it on a side a little bit because
it's growing, because what's happening is that's something I want to talk to you about after we have this interview. But it's growing because I still say comment ready or comment invite, which brings people to the self-made funnel that we built at the beginning.
Can you show it on the screen, the funnel, the page, opt-in page?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, so people comment, right?
And then they get this, and then they get a 5 email funnel.
You wrote 5 emails?
Yeah, we did that together, I think, at the beginning. This is one of the first things we did.
Yes.
This funnel.
Scroll down a bit so people can see. So there is an opt-in page, for example, and they comment on Instagram invite or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And you get them to this page, so they opt in now. They are now also on your email list.
Exactly. So I probably gained hundreds from this reel that went viral. I just haven't and that's one thing I need to optimize, because this was from the beginning. So the emails are outdated now. So I need to really fix that. But,
yes. And so the question is, right, the email list grows as well, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how often you utilize it, how often you send emails out, right? But that's also one of the good keys to get some more either calls booked, or maybe drop your Skool sales page link there, and it could get some people click and join on their own and so on, right? So we don't need to talk too much about the email list building right now today, but me and you here are using a software that I give away, or so go high level, right? And all of this is also in one place there. We even connected Skool with the software, so anyone who pays is then tagged member on the email list, so you can distinguish who are now members, who are just the opt-in leads, and so on, right? So anyway, that's a marketing technique that we also use to help ourselves promote further then, right? Because we can blast email people and notify them all about any kind of steps that they can take next, right? Now, I brought this a little bit up because I want to wrap it up with this last idea now, which I am going into myself. You said before that you got to, let's say, 52 members now, and you went on a lot of calls with people, and it's a little energy draining because it takes time, right? Now, what if you could organize a live class, a free mini webinar, like once per 2 weeks or once a month or so on?
Amazing.
You could invite all of the followers from Instagram or all of the email list people to this free webinar class, so they can experience your energy, and they would experience your energy and your method in a mini group environment as well, which adds fire on the idea, hey, we can all interact further more in our membership in this same group energy environment, right? And from the group class, I have, let's say, a 1-hour agenda of how to do it. You could drop the sales page link in the last 25 minutes of the 1 hour, and some people would just join on the spot, and the rest will ask questions at the end of that 1-hour call. You would still go get over the objections. They would still sign, but some you can then follow up and book calls after anyway, right? So my point is that we could put this in practice now. If you would organize a webinar class whenever you would feel free to do it, and imagine then from 52 you go to now 60, 70, 80, and we lean more into hey, it's a group idea. Share your thoughts on this. What do you feel about it?
I would love that. And I think because I really thrive in a presentation, I'm really good in giving a presentation, and that's when the energy is so lit, that's so for people to taste the energy that we have in the group and to like receive, because it's very powerful stuff, manifestation energy. Like it's very, people want this, like they crave it. And so to give them like a sample of what they would have access to by being in the group, I think it would be super, super, super effective, an effective way for me to capture their attention. And then, yeah, to close like 10, 20, 30, maybe, like depending on how many people I could get in there. I think that's an amazing idea because I'm sort of, my energy is tapped out of doing all of these because it's not a 15-minute call when you're talking to someone about changing their life. It's never a 15-minute call. It's a 20, half an hour, 45-hour long call for a $50 a month subscription, which I'm happy as anything to do it, to build and to connect with people. And like, I'm not in any way, like I wanted to do that. It also helped me learn a lot about people and what they need for me to enhance my skills. But now I'm at a phase where it's like, I feel like I built this foundation of 50 people, 50 plus. And now it's like, okay, next level, one to many versus one-on-one,
Yeah. So you just said that one good thing, right? That when we talk to individuals, we learn so much as well from them.
Oh, yeah.
We can improve our course, our approach of how we talk. Because another point that I have is if someone doesn't know how to talk to an individual person and guide them and coach them and get them started with the membership program, 50 a month or whatever, guess what? It's going to be hard for you to do the group webinar call and enroll 3, 4, 5 after that, because they will ask you questions and you will never know how to get over those objections because you don't know how to talk to people yet. So it's all like connected here, what we are building and so on. It's possible to take some shortcuts, but depends how savvy or experienced someone is.
But I think there are no shortcuts when it comes to, I'm building something enduring. Like I'm building a brand. I'm building like literally a global community. And I'm not interested in cutting corners or speeding up the process. I'm interested in doing a really good job and helping people see like like people's lives are changing in this thing. Like that's because I really put myself into it because I really care. Like I'm doing this as my vocation. It's not a job for me. It's like something I really love to do. But I also like I will say this, for a lot of those, for my first 50 people, I've been doing one-on-one coaching as well. I've been meeting with people like once a month or once every 2 weeks, just giving them my time, giving them like really personal feedback and directing them through the program. And, so I've learned, and I did that intentionally because the more I engage, the more I work with 50 people, that's a lot of data. That's a lot of people's lives and a lot of information, a lot of conversations, and I can see the patterns now. Like now when I'm DMing, like I know exactly, I've had thousands of conversations. So I know exactly what the key issues are. You can only get that from talking from reps. Talking to people, giving people time, letting people explain. Like you can't expedite that process. Not even ChatGPT can give you that kind of firsthand experience of the human experience. So the beginning is a grind. It has to be. That's how you learn. I take your point. Like now it's like, because I've had all that experience, now doing a webinar with, maybe 100 people or 200 people, I could feel that being like a super expansive. I'm ready for that is what I'm trying to say. I'm ready to communicate with that many people and bring that many and engage with that many people about what I do. And then, see how many I can bring in.
Yeah. So the last thing here, right? Now we understand the full picture is this, right? Do you still remember how it was for you when you signed up your first, let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members, right? Mm-hmm. Just that's a question, because all of this grind and all of this, if someone would achieve only that first milestone first, get to 5, 6, 7 people who believed in you, they paid, they are in, and you can then work with and so on. How was that for you? And how important it is for you to say to people, hey, fight for this position, right? Talk to people, get 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I mean, do you have thoughts on that?
Yeah, I remember each and every one who first joined the community, and we had our meetings, and sometimes there was 2 people and sometimes there was 3 people. Now there's 20 people in some of our meetings, 15 people, it's really good. But it was just, I never wavered in my vision. Like I never for a second was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. No, I just knew it was going to work. And I gave my all at the beginning, same way I give my all now. And I put a lot of time and effort into I host 2 meetings a week. I host a mindset meeting on Wednesdays. I host a guided meditation on Mondays. I've never missed a class. And I put a lot of I create a new teaching every week. I'm going to alternate between like a Q&A and an actual delivery of like a workshop. But it's about what you put in. Like whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. So my first 3, 5, and then I think it's stuck around 8 for maybe like a month or 3 weeks. And I was like, all right, we need to push this agenda forward. And it was just about getting on the phone. And then it was 15. And when I got to Thailand in September, I had 14 or 12 people in my community. So in the past month and so since September, October, November, 2.5 months, I've grown it by 40 people.
Claire,
So
congratulations. Very good effort. And so
thank you.
you really showed up for yourself and you followed through with things. So good luck.
Thank you for all your help.
Yeah, thank you.